All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Infi and Moon taking place here on Echo Isle. Is there a little bit? Yeah, there's a little bit of screen tearing, which means that this is probably patch 1.30. Not quite sure why that is the case. K-Real, glad you could tune in. Thank you for stopping on by and saying hi as things are getting underway. All right, over here on the top right, we see Infi spawning as the blue orc. Blue orc also shows up blue here. Meanwhile, Moon is spawning as the red night elf. According to the website, this is patch 1.30. I have no reason to doubt it. As Keeper of the Grove is probably going to be the primary hero. The Keeper of the Grove has become, well, a mainstay now in the matchup. Unfortunately, there are no observers, as you can tell from off over here, or you can barely tell. Yeah, you can see eat you up, and that's it. Yeah, that is pretty much all that you're going to see there, as the peon is now making its way out across the map. All right, not quite sure why there's a little bit of screen tearing. It looks like it's like running at 20 frames a second instead of like the normal 60 that I normally download at. That is actually a little bit strange. Sorry if it does annoy you. It annoys me, but well, I guess that's the up and downsides of trying to get NetEase client to work. And while trying to stream, it just doesn't look absolutely perfect unless I can, well, adjust my settings a little bit later. Anyways, Ancient of War down across over here. You're going to see that the Archer is going to make its way out, and we'll see where this Keeper of the Grove goes first. Can easily try and hunt down, focus down peons. We are going to be looking at a Farseer, though, instead of the typical Blade Master. Blade Master with Windwalk doesn't seem nearly as powerful as it used to be, and in times past, as this peon across over here going to end up getting some damage. Farseer now going to be joining in on the fight. It is out on the field as the Archer is purposely trying to, well, grab that lightning shield. Keeper of the Grove is right there. There is the entangle, and it looks as though that one guy is going to end up getting taken down. Whether it can help, maybe you can do that. Well, maybe I can do that. I'll try to do it in between games. I believe, is it showing the Chinese characters? No, it's not showing the Chinese characters, so maybe, you know what, maybe I can do that right now. Let's see, options, video, particles, let's go medium, unit shadows, I'll keep them on, occlusion, alright, let's see, return to game. Alright, I don't know, does that help? I can't really tell, as the Renegade Wizard now going to get finished off here. Alright, Farseer unable to get a Chain Lightning off to try and take down those units. Keeper of the Grove gets to level 2. Wisp now taking a little bit of damage. Has to be careful here, as the Wisp is now going to try and get away. Farseer all the way down to the bottom. Where is it going to go? There's an entangle onto the Farseer, as the Farseer taking a little bit more damage than it, well, decided or, well, knew how much damage it would take if it tried to dive on in here. Farseer already down to 249 hit points, did not have the Voodoo Lounge completed earlier, and because of that, will be forced to retreat back. Keeper of the Grove with that Pure Up of Vitality already up to 675 hit points, sitting at level 2, as the Farseer now, well, gonna go ahead and just try and take down these creeps away from all of the action. Farseer is going to take a good amount of damage here, and Infi is going to be, well, in a little bit of a bad time. Hey, Axe Riot, how are you doing? Thank you for all the gifts in Pokemon World, as we are taking up, well, a Tome of Agility right there. All right, Grunt getting ensnared once more, as the Huntsman now going to be heading back around. Meanwhile, it looks as though, well, the Keeper of the Grove actually going to be picking up a Forest Troll Berserker, really using that Mercenary camp, as you see that Murloc now getting taken down. It looks as though the Farseer is going to be just shy of level 2 after all of that clearing, as the Keeper of the Grove did not end up getting, or I don't see, a Force of Nature to summon all of those Ents. As you see, well, Ogre Magi now going to get taken down. It looks as though the Keeper of the Grove will be just shy of level 3 after this, but Moon playing like his typical self, going for a very, very fast expansion. Shokdar, I am doing extremely well. Thank you for asking. Keeper of the Grove just shy. But what is this? Oh, is he going to be able to finish off some key units here? Keeper of the Grove just sitting at level 2. Is he going to perhaps get a wolf or get another unit there? Who's going to get the final shot off? There's the Chain Lightning finishing it off there, as the Farseer now looks to back off. Do you know any Arabic or African pro players? I do not. I would generally say that Africa has a bit of a disadvantage in terms of any sort of esports scene right now, just because lag does play a very big issue. So that may be the case there. I don't know how the infrastructure is there. I would assume Arabic nations, right in the center, are very capable. As you take a look right there, a quick detonation, almost taking down 2 of those Spirit Wolves. Farsi are now going to be backing off here as the Keeper of the Grove, well, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, and Forest Troll Berserker are able to pick off a unit. Keeper of the Grove, where's it going? Keeper of the Grove now trying to catch up to all of those units here. Farseer does not want to allow that to happen. Keeper of the Grove is rather fast, though. Going to be able to get off an entangle and no go after a grunt. That grunt is pretty much going to have a very bad day, as the Keeper of the Grove is now running forward as additional units are coming in from the back. Keeper of the Grove could turn back around, get another entangle off. One grunt getting taken down. The second grunt going to lose more hit points, but will be saved. All right, I've been watching your videos for Warcraft 3 years now. Keep up the good work. Greetings from Germany. Greetings to Germany. Thank you for tuning in, Shokdar. I know there is a lot of, following of Warcraft 3 in Europe, in addition to Korea and China. Yeah, is it just me, or the replay is a little bit strange? Anyways, greeting from SEA. Yeah, it is a little bit choppy. I did address it. Sorry about that. As the Farsi are now going after these Forest Troll Trappers and Forest Troll Berserkers off to the north. Hopefully the next replay will be a little bit better. It does seem a little bit choppy here. No, I do use all of the bits and all of the donations to get the most, second best internet that I can from my house. And what that is, I think my internet actually comes out to be like $125 a month. So it is not my bandwidth. But then again, I may have hit my upload limit, because I upload about anywhere from 5 to 10 gigabytes every day. I do upload, pretty much making sure that any quality loss is not on my end, but on YouTube and Google's compression system. So yes, that is pretty much where all of my funds are going. So if you guys are wondering what patron support does, it allows me to upload it still takes me about like 2 hours sometimes for some reason. Anyways, I'm getting limited. Back across over here, Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 3, and we've seen Keeper of the Grove, solo Keeper of the Grove, become a much more viable strategy. Now that the Keeper of the Grove has that, much more powerful tranquility that allows for temporary invulnerability, faster heal, and then the improvement to Mountain Giants. The Keeper of the Grove has one of the special abilities that is still effective outside of combat. And when you have an ultimate ability that is effective outside of combat, you can pick and choose when to fight. And then if you're like, you know what, I don't want to fight right now, you can still have that heal be very effective to get all of your units back up to nearly full health. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. Tree of Life finished being upgraded. Tree of Life down over here, now entangling the gold mine, as we're going to be going into an economic, advantage for Moon. Keeper of the Grove still trying to do a little bit more harassment, is going to be able to do exactly that. And that Keeper of the Grove's Pure Vitality is really helping that Keeper of the Grove get into rather dangerous positions. Keeper of the Grove now looking to pull back once more, can easily drop that Pure Vitality, heal back up, and then pick it up as well, essentially benefiting from, mana usage and mana efficiency, with the sake of just some items. Back down off to the south, you see Shadowhunter is sitting at level 2, has Spirit Link. We are looking at a 40 compared to 45 supply on both sides. There is the Tauren Totem now training up the Spirit Walkers and the Spirit Adept training, so I am 100% sure this is patch 1.30. Now, what is going to go on here? In replays in patch 1.29, many of the times you just went for Druids of the Talon. That doesn't seem to be the case right now. We are at Tree of Ages, but I don't see any real tech yet showing what type of units will be added. Shadowhunter sitting at level 2 could get to level 3 off of the remainder of this creep camp. The Murloc Nightcrawler dropping a Tome of Knowledge, not the Tome of Experience that he was looking for, so just a little bit shy on experience. Back off to the north though, Keeper of the Grove now sitting up at level 4, very, very strong with that level 2 entangle, and should be able to pick off units extremely easily. Spirit Lodge, pretty much necessary, and going for those Spirit Walkers to disenchant that Entangle. The problem is that disenchant is rather an expensive ability, and it is more useful to try and disenchant multiple targets, as we see a Scroll of Protection, Scroll of Healing added in here as well. Keeper of the Grove not going to be able to finish off that Spirit Wolf there. We are looking at an expansion already coming in from Infi as well, as we are clearing out the creep camps over here at the Mercenary camp. Shadowhunter sitting comfortably at level 3. Farseer are going to be doing pretty much the same exact thing as well as the Keeper of the Grove. Oh, Lightning Shield across multiple units. If that Troll Hunter gets taken down, no, not taken down. Additional micro is necessary as the Spirit Wolves are now pulling back. Finally managed to catch. Thank you for tuning in. Always very helpful. Well, having more viewers. Thank you. Well, is that star? I think the star just means you are. Is that a Twitch follow? I'm not 100% sure. Or does that just mean Twitch Prime? Well, if you do have a free Twitch Prime subscription, please consider using it for me. Already explained where all of those contributions go. Farseer coming across here. Let's take a look back down to the south. Force of Nature going up against a Direwolf. Direwolf does do a little bit of bonus damage with that critical strike, as that Direwolf now looks to pull back again. Off to the north, we are still at Tree of Ages, not going into Tree of Eternity. We are sticking at mass. Well, there's the Ancient of Wonders. We are sticking at Ancient of Wars. No Ancient of Lores or Ancients of Wind yet. This is still a bit of a head-scratcher moment. There's no real reason to go to Tier 2. No upgrades that I can see. Well, no, 2-1 upgrades off of the Hunter's Hall. So there is some Tier 2 benefits right here. But aside from that, things are rather thin. Let's take a look at the Serpent Wards now joining in on the fight. 14 to 16 damage. Healing Wave coming across multiple units. Those Huntresses are all here. That bounce damage is going to add up extremely quickly. Scroll of Protection now being used as well, as low hit point Huntress is now trying to head to the back. That additional +2 armor going to help, +6 armor in total, as the units are now full on in chase. Spirit Walker able to get away. There is a disenchant right there, as you can take a look. That Headhunter trying to head back. Huntresses closing in on that distance. A number of Spirit Walkers are in the ethereal form, and they're not going to be able to do very much. Cheered 500 back then. I think that's what it is. All right, thank you very much. I think that is extremely helpful. Thank you, Tor Protector. All right, back down to the south. Watchtowers have fortified armor, piercing damage, very fast attacking damage onto those Huntresses that have unarmored armor type, meaning that they take bonus damage from those static defense. On top of that, the Orc Burrows with that fortified armor means that any piercing damage is significantly reduced. Hero damage is also significantly reduced, as the Priestess of the Moon grabs in True Shot Aura. Got back to WarCraft 3 through your video, not back to WarCraft. Yeah, they're great guys, but just so you know, you can impact others. All right, yep. Crota Stream now coming in. Meanwhile, from the back, you see a little bit of a steal there. Huntress now trying to head back. Is it going to be able to get away? Low hit point Huntresses in that front line could become a little bit of a trouble there, as the Serpent Wards are also getting taken down. Huntresses dropping those Sentinels, giving plenty of sight, as all the units now head back off to the north again. The Tauren Totem is going to end up getting taken down here. Down it goes, and with that, no more Spirit Walkers. Still, this is a mass Huntress strategy, and Infi now getting up a single Demolisher or 2 Demolishers may be able to fight back here with that additional, well, bonus splash, piercing, or unarmored damage. You can see how much damage all gets added up right there, as the, well, you can take a look, and Ent also trying to make its way over as well. One Demolisher down to 13 hit points, gets slapped by a tree and taken out, as the archers are still making their way over. Meanwhile, lines are not clearly defined. A lot of low hit point units. Kodo Beast eating up a Huntress, also trying to fight back some Huntresses as well. Both sides taking a lot of damage across multiple units. Spirit Link casting some damage or healing up some damage as well, as the Keeper of the Grove low on hit points and on mana. What is going to be the strategy here? Keeper of the Grove could turn around, just entangle that Spirit Walker just to finish it off. Clarity Potion now being used. Yes, uses that entangle. Chain Lightning comes across multiple units, but not enough to finish off anything there, unfortunately, for Infi. All right. Let's take a look. Infi down by 16 supply right now. Economic advantage. She is, well, pretty much neck and neck, since he is mining a little bit faster than his opponent, as his opponent is in low upkeep. Thanks for keeping the nostalgia alive. Yep, I am just doing exactly that, and I'm really hoping that Blizzard does do more with Warcraft 3, but hopefully not at BlizzCon, because I would assume if it was at BlizzCon, please invite me. Anyways, yeah, that's a not so subtle. Please invite me. I am local, and I do a lot of Warcraft 3 stuff on YouTube, and well, not that much on Twitch anymore. Or not that much on Twitch ever. Anyways, Moon now making its way back around here. You can take a look. The Spirit Wolf's going to dive on in, try to take down some of those Wisp right there, as we're looking at now Infi getting into position. However, there's not that many guard towers down in this spot. Farseer is close enough by, though, to give a little bit of a shoo away. Yes, this is the very first game I am casting today. I'll probably be able to cast a handful more. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Serpent Ward getting some superficial damage onto that orange creep camp down there. True Shot Aura, Priestess of the Moon doing some bonus damage. Dryad now coming in across Chain Lightning, hitting down some multiple units. There goes some Huntresses. Serpent Ward is joining in on the fight. Spirit Wolf's getting taken down. Speed Scroll now being used as well as the Keeper of the Grove. That is just an illusion. Do not chase after him. And where is that? Well, Keeper of the Grove going to go. Another Keeper of the Grove in the back right there. Quickly realizes, hey, you know what? I should not be trying to focus down that unit. Archer is doing a lot of piercing damage. Let's take a look. Spirit Link going to be able to save, reposition. That is going to be key. Getting under the cover a couple of those guard towers. And is that going to be enough? Farseer does not have enough for a Chain Lightning, or could perhaps get a Chain Lightning here. Those are just illusions again, though, as those units will be forced to pull back. Entangle, Disenchant, Dryad, still right there. Spirit Walkers are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Spirit Link being cast across multiple units. A big healing wave and going into the ethereal form as it does stay alive again. Illusion still being focused down or absorbing a good amount of damage as, well, the Kodo Beast eating 2 units. That is, in fact, a very big deal. 78 supply compared to 57, but when you account for, 5 supply being lost, 72 compared to 60 or 59 right now, as more units are being trained, and you still have home field advantage. Back off to the north, though, there are a handful of units ready, lying in wait to pick off any units in transit. All right, trying to get any advantage any way you can. Oh, the Headhunter is going to be falling into this trap right here, right now. Oh, decides to break off, spots the Huntresses, and already returning back. A very good map awareness, as this is a split army. Normally, a split army is not a good idea. And Moon took the chance, split his army, and now is probably regretting that his army is not all together, making him actually smaller in this fight. Meanwhile, back on the other side, we're going to see the units now finally trying to join up. But are they going to be able to perhaps get a proper flank? Or are we still going to end up getting some additional free damage here? All right, Farseer still chasing off with those dire wolves there. One Wind Rider all in position. Kodo Beast eats another Huntress. This Kodo Beast is still here, ready to go, ready to eat up some more units, as the units are now looking to pull back. All right, 78 supply compared to 64. Low hit point Wind Rider needs to get away. Meanwhile, Troll, Witch, or Headhunter comes in from the wrong side and quickly gets taken down as it was out of position. Entangle finishes off a Spirit Walker. Moon doing a great job making sure that earlier split play does not come back to haunt him. With 3 extremely low hit point units, that's 9 supply right there. If those units were to all be lost with a single Chain Lightning, that can, well, go down very, very quickly, and the game can switch. Hey, JP Lasco, how are you doing? Meanwhile, we are looking at the Priestess of the Moon now making its rounds out. We should be getting some healing salves as well. Farseer is sitting at 4. Shadowhunter is sitting at 4. Going up a level 2 Priestess of the Moon, nearly level 3. And a level 5 Keeper of the Grove, nearly level 6. No rejuvenation. Huntress could get taken down. Yes, gets taken down by creeps. And that is the worst thing that you can have right now. Are we going to see perhaps more more creeps getting lost down across here? There goes one. There goes some more gnolls. 77 supply compared to 63 as this Kodo, is it this Kodo? Nope, both Kodos have finished their digestion, and well, those units were absolutely tasty. Dryad could easily just abolish magic, that Spirit Wolf, and getting the experience right there. It's already nearly maxed out on mana, but then again, it perhaps wants to drink some Moonwell juice for hit points instead.
We're under attack!
back off to the north. A little bit of scouting still getting underway. The Wisp could get taken down. One more shot should do it, or 2 more shots. Let's see. 1 more shot now. Yep. 1 more shot right now. The Wisp getting bonus regeneration at night. Well, giving it the additional 3 extra hit points it needed to stay alive. Kodo Beast on the move out, 74 supply compared to 67. A little bit of a poking fight now. However, Infi does not realize, thank you for the follow, does not realize he's actually a little bit behind here. Farseer could be in trouble. Healing Wave trying to save. Scroll of Speed. Now Scroll of Town Portal being used there. Are we going to perhaps see some Huntresses getting taken down? Wind Rider in the back, able to teleport away. What was really lost, I believe, only a single Huntress, as a lot of damage absorbed by all of these units. Kodo Beast unable to get their mouths on anything, and because of that, Jay Plasko. All right, Jay Plasko. Sorry about that. Anyways, back down across over here. Huntress, oh, could get taken down. Yes, gets taken down again. So are we going to be a 70 supply compared to 69? Incredibly even. Moon going up against his opponent, who currently has the home field advantage, as another archer gets taken out. Scroll of Healing a little bit late there for that frontline archer, but still adding in a lot of benefit here, as the Spirit Walker could end up getting taken down. All right, Healing Wave, but not going to be enough. It gets taken out right there. Meanwhile, the fight is continuing. Troll Headhunters trying to fight back, perhaps focusing down a couple of key units, as the Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 5. Once you get to level 6, though, that initial 4 seconds of invulnerability and a massive heal for all of the units. Now that the Night Elf army has gone wide, that is a lot of damage mitigated. Wind Rider is still getting healed back up. 74 supply compared to 57. Moon has now taken the lead overall in terms of supply again. Kodo Beast don't have anything in its belly, and that has consistently been the problem, not being able to get something into the bellies of those Kodos. Once you have exactly that, there goes one. Things do change up a bit. All right, digesting a handful of units. Major damage loss. Spirit Walkers, Archers. All right, what's going to end up getting taken down? Farseer does not have enough for a Chain Lightning. May be forced to pull back here. Fight is still getting underway. Shadow Hunter low on mana. Spirit Walkers are going to get taken down. Priestess of the Moon gets up to level 4 now, as we are 72 supply compared to 62. Tranquility being used in the background. Moon healing up massive damage. And this is what I've said before, and I'll say it again. The effectiveness of Tranquility, both in and out of combat, cannot be ignored. If you're trading damage and all of a sudden your opponent just makes it completely moot with a single Tranquility, and you still have suffered all of that damage, that is going to be a major problem. You cannot continue to trade like that, as Moon is up ever so barely by about 20 supply. Tauren Chieftain now joins in on the fight. There is a Shockwave going down. Chain Wave strategy. Kodo Beast now in that back field needs to get a little bit more healing. There is some Healing Wave. Tauren Chieftain now trying to head back here. Spirit Wolf going to get taken down, as the Tauren Chieftain well, what is this? Archers going through the main side there. Another big Shockwave hits across multiple units. We don't see actually any Taurens. Taurens with their Pulverize would perhaps be able to do a lot of damage here, as we are now at 70 supply compared to 44. Tranquility once again being used. That invulnerability now coming to an end. Tauren Chieftain unable to get off a big enough Shockwave, as the Keeper of the Grove is still in that front line saying, you know what? My Archer army, which is extremely wide, can just continue to stand here taking damage as Moon takes the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1 in this series.